Hi, it's Darnell with Whale Oven Recipes. And you know, when I got my NuWave Primo grill oven, it also came with a free gift, which I paid the extra $30 shipping and handling, or it was processing and handling fee that I paid $30 for this free gift. And it's a NuWave, it's the PIC Flex, the Induction Cooktop. So I wanted to do an unboxing and review of this product, so I'm going to go ahead and do an unboxing of it now with you. Alright, so here we've got the actual NuWave PIC unit itself, and it's got like the warning sticker on there, you know, do not operate on a magnetic surface or directly on top of an electric range or gas stove. You know, you definitely don't want to put this on your range. You know, people will put it on the range and say, oh, I'll never, start the flame on the range while I've got my PIC on there. But out of habit, we do that sort of thing. So never use it on your range top. You know, we all think we won't make that mistake, but once you make that mistake, it costs a lot and you wish you never did. So best to just avoid the practice altogether. So with the PIC, you can see it's a pretty sizable unit here, and it's got a 2-prong power outlet. Now here we have a bunch of NuWave PIC documentation. So there's a PIC Flex manual and recipe book. There's a quick start guide. And there's a fact sheet to give you some more information about the product. And this also comes with a 9-inch pan that is compatible with the NuWave PIC, so you don't have to wonder whether you got a pan that'll work. I have a pan that'll work now. And this is another pamphlet about the Duralon product, and I guess more pans and things you can buy to go with your NuWave PIC. So this 9-inch pan basically just goes on top of the NuWave PIC just like that. Now this unit has inside the PIC, underneath you can't see them, but it has induction coils underneath inside of it that make a magnetic field that will heat like steel and iron, anything magnetic. It'll basically create heat on it. It won't create heat like around here. Only on the part that has that metallic, that it causes that basically that magnetic field with, is where the heat is caused. And so with that, you need any type of a pan that has like a metal bottom. It has to be metallic. You know, like a magnet should stick to it. So like your crock, like if you have like a ceramic crock pot or something like that, well, not a crock pot, but like a ceramic pot, it's not going to work. If you have like a glass cookware, it's not going to work. You have to have something that has like a metal bottom to it. If you have like a glass cookware that has a metallic metal, when I say metal, has a metallic metal bottom, then that'll work. Now, one good thing about this NuWave PIC is that it doesn't cause any excess heat, because it's keeping the heat focused exactly where the cook surface is and no place else. So there's no excess heat. And so that's no excess flame, that's no excess heat in your house. That means it's a more efficient cooker than probably anything you're going to get that is going to cook in a pan or something, because nothing else is going to keep that heat as concentrated in the cooking area and no place else. Now this NuWave PIC, this cooktop, it cooks with a timer, so it's always going to auto shut off. You never have to worry about the pan being left there and overcooking things too long. It's always going to shut off, so that's a lot more safer. Even though you should never leave this cooker unattended, and they stress that in the manual, it's going to basically give you more peace of mind in cooking. And also with this cooker, the heating temperature is not a guessing game, because you get to set the temperature yourself. So you know the temperature you've set it to, and you know the time. So it's not like with a pot on the stove where you just turn on a flame and you hope that the temperature gets right because you just hope so, or it just kind of looks like it did, or you just think so. But with this, there's precision. You can set a fixed temperature, you can set a fixed time. Now this NuWave PIC Flex, it weighs just 4.5 pounds. So, you know, with the power cord, it's portable. You can take it somewhere else to cook, you know, where else you need to cook. As long as you're not cooking on like a metal surface or something that would interrupt with this magnetic field that it creates, you're going to be in good shape. For power, a NuWave PIC Flex consumes 1,300 watts of power, 10.8 amps. Now there's one thing interesting in the manual, because the manual mentions that there is no health risk with the NuWave PIC. However, they warn that people on pacemakers keep 2 feet distance from the NuWave PIC, or the Flex, or any induction cooktop. Keep 2 feet away from it if you have a pacemaker. So that is something to seriously consider, because this convenience is not worth any complications medically. Also, they warn anybody on oxygen to keep their distance also. The manual also warns not to use any aerosol spray products around the NuWave PIC. Now, you want to be careful not to have anything that's magnetic or could be magnetized around the NuWave PIC. That includes like the magnetic stripes on your credit cards. That includes like your phone. Anything that's magnetic or could be magnetized in any way, you want to keep away from the NuWave PIC, or the NuWave PIC could mess it up. So you want to be careful about that. You don't want to, you know, be playing around putting your credit cards on the NuWave PIC. Because this is a magnetized type of a unit, or causes a magnetic field, you don't want to use any metal plates, any type of metal cans, any types of metal utensils. Don't use any metal forks, any metal knives, nothing metal. You don't want to be putting anything metal in here when you're cooking with the, you know, the pan that has the metal, because that's what you're cooking with. That has its metal for cooking. You don't want to use any metal, you know, don't even put any metal in this pan, you know, that would scratch up your Duralon coating, and you don't want to, you know, take any risk with any metal in this thing, or, you know, on the PIC. Alright, so let's plug in the NuWave PIC Flex. Alright, so it makes a beep when you first plug in, and you can see the button pad here. We're going to go through all the buttons so you know all the features and how to use everything on this NuWave PIC Flex. So the first button we'll go through is the watts button, and the watts, you can adjust the wattage that's used. If you want to use less power, do a lower power draw than the default 1300 watts, you can change that. It will take longer to heat up using a lower wattage setting, but you know, if you want to use less watts, you can, or if you need to, you can. So you just press the watts button, it switches. You can go down to 600 watts is the lowest, or you can press it again, 900 watts. Press it again and you're at 1300 watts, which is the default maximum. So that's how you change the wattage, and then after you've got the wattage set to whatever you want, you can go forward the rest of your process for your cook. Alright, so basically with the different buttons that we have here on the NuWave PIC Flex, when it starts, it's starting at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, which is medium high for 1 hour. It doesn't show that, but that's where it's starting, is medium high for 1 hour. So if I just hit start, it would start a 375 cook for 1 hour. So you see it's 375, and it's going to start trying to cook for an hour. I'm going to double press pause to basically clear that out. But I want to go through all these down here at the bottom, because those are how you set your temperature for your cooking. And that's the first thing you're going to do when you start a cook, is how hot you want to cook at. So if you hit low, it's just 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's say you want to adjust the time. You can press the time button, and then that'll show like, you know, 0, and you can just go up as you desire in seconds. Let's say you want it to add tens of seconds. You can press time again, it goes to the tens of second spot, and you can up your tens of seconds. You can press it again and it goes into your hours, and you can add more hours. Press time again, it goes up to tens of hours, you can add tens of hours. You can add up to basically 100 hours, 99 hours, and 60 minutes to add, you know, like 99 in an hour, so basically 100 hours. And it doesn't show seconds here. You can't do seconds, you can only do minutes. So, you know, anywhere between 1 minute cook to 99 hours plus 60 minutes, so 100 hours. So I'm going to clear out of that. And now I've already shown low is 100. Let's say I wanted to up the temperature a little bit from low without going to the other buttons. I can just press plus and it goes up. And you see as I'm going up, it's kind of switching through what the default buttons are as I go up. But let me get out of that. So I click low 100, medium starts at 175. No, that's medium low, 175. Medium 275. Medium high is 375. High is 425. And the sear is the maximum, which is 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So you have, any temperature you want to set, any time that you want to set, you can do that. So we've gone over all the temperatures. We've gone over the watts, the time. We've gone over plus and minus. If you're in the middle of a cook and you want to pause it, you can hit pause one time. So let's say I just start this. And then I just hit pause. Well, actually it's blinking because I don't have my pan on there. So I'm just going to put a little water in my pan. You're not supposed to use an empty pan. So I just put a pan with a little bit of water in there. So just going to hit like medium and going to hit start. And so now it's cooking. It's not flashing F because it's actually cooking. I want to pause. I just hit the pause button. I just paused my cook. You can pause anytime. And then if you want to start again cooking, you hit the start button and you're cooking again. So pause, start, pause. So I pause it again. If I want to totally stop the cook, I just hit pause again and it goes to clear because I was already in pause mode. So that's how you use the pause and clear. So we've covered basically all these buttons here except for program. So program, let me explain. You can program a cook, a single cook. This NuWave PIC Flex does not have memory. So anything you program is for the single individual cook only. Nothing is retained for another cook. You can't set programs that you call up later, and there are no built-in programmed cooks in it. So basically, to set a program, you're going to hit the program button. And after you hit the program button, you pick your temperature. So let's say I was going to start at, let's say, a medium temperature. And I was going to set my time to, let's say, an hour. So I was just cooking something really slow for an hour. And then after that, I wanted to like up it for searing. So then I hit sear, and this takes me into the second step of the program. And so let's say I'm on sear, and I want to sear for just 5 minutes. And so basically that's set. My cook is set. It's got a medium setting for some time, and then it's got a sear after that. And that's the program. It's set, and all you do is hit start, and it starts the program. And so it's going to run through that program, and that's it. And you just clear that. And so there you go. That's how you do programming. Alright, now what I want to do, I've got some water in there. I'm going to put it on the sear, and it's basically on the sear, and I'm going to just make sure that I've got my time. I'm going to physically make sure it's at an hour so that I see it's at an hour and I'm using the full 1300 watts. I'm going to basically start this up and try and measure temperature as it heats up. And as I'm measuring temperature, it's getting like the 130s there. If I go to the edge, it's like much lower. See on the edges, it's much lower. It only cooks in the surface where the magnetic field is made for that metal bottom. That's the only place that we're getting a lot of heat. Outside, on these edges, it's not going to be as hot at all. On the outside of the cooktop, it's like, super low outside on the cooktop. So on these edges, temperature is super low. This is like, you could touch it if you want it too low. My water is already boiling, So super fast, my water's boiling. Now I'm only able to read, my reader is not able to read the actual temperature. Boiling water is, a lot hotter than 165 degrees, so it's not able to give an accurate read of the water itself that's boiling, but we know it's boiling, so we know that it's at boiling temperature and continuing to rise. And we just see how outside things are staying much lower, much cooler. So that lets us know that this works pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause and then basically stop it. So now, we've got basically just our water just immediately stops boiling because it was heated super fast, and then we turn it off and that whole heating process immediately stops. Now remember, I said that only pans that have the metal bottom, let me get the water out of here, only pans with the metal bottom are going to work. The metallic metal bottom, by the way. They have to have a metallic metal bottom. Ones like this one, I have like this organic, or I think it was organic or some type of green type of pan. Doesn't have that type of bottom. So I've put some water in it, and I'm just going to demonstrate putting it on there and then trying to do a high heat sear and just making sure my time manually, I like to see it as 1 hour. And then I can click start, and it's saying, hey, I can't go. It's flashing. It's like, this isn't the right pan. I'm not starting. So if I take this water, transfer it to a pan that works, now it's giving me an error. Now I put a proper pan on there. I didn't transfer fast enough though. But I'm going to basically clear that, and I can just basically start. And you see it just starts with that immediately. So I'm going to stop that. So basically you see, if you use the wrong type of pan, it's not going to start, and then you can try and take it off. It's going to go into an error. You got to make sure you use the right type of pan. And so if you don't have the right pans, you would have to probably transfer out all your pots and pans to be able to use this type of cooker. If this is what you want to go with wholesale for all your cooking. But if you just want kind of like something handy on the side, portable, this is kind of a nice deal. Now to clean the NuWave PIC Flex in its pan, basically the pan you just treat like you would any pan that has this ceramic surface. You just wash it by hand with your your rag or whatever. You can put it in a dishwasher if you choose. For the NuWave PIC Flex unit itself, to clean it, first you wait for it to cool. Of course you make sure that that pan is cool as well before you start cleaning that, obviously. But you wait for it to cool, and that's going to happen pretty quick because this surface doesn't retain a lot of heat for a long time. But after it's cool, you can unplug it for your safety, and then you can just wipe it with a rag. You cannot submerge this in water. You don't want water getting down into here. You cannot put it in a dishwasher. You don't want to mess anything up. If you get water down in there, you're going to mess it up. So just wipe it with a rag. It's just a glass top surface. Wipe it off, and you're good to go as far as cleaning. And the NuWave PIC Flex comes with a 1-year warranty. Well, thank God. Got through that whole basic demonstration and review of the NuWave PIC Flex. And they make, one of my pots moved a little bit. But basically they make different types of NuWave PICs, other models that have more features. The Flex is one of the more basic ones. And you can get that when you get like your NuWave Primo. If you get it through the folks, the NuWave site, it's one of the free gifts. Or you can get it for maybe about 70 bucks at different stores and warehouse clubs and such. But it's a good kind of entry point into the whole NuWave PIC family of induction cooking, and get a nice introduction into induction cooking. So I hope that you definitely like this video. I have lots of recipes for various cookers at superwaveovenrecipes.com. If you ever want to come to this YouTube channel, just use waveovenrecipes.com. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at waveovenrecipes. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Share the video with a friend. Definitely leave your comments. Let me know what you think about this cooker. Subscribe to the channel, and good eating.